In this video, I'm going to show you how you can short meme coins, which could make you a lot of money because we know that 99% of the meme coins goes down to zero. Let me place a short on WIF. I dumped 10 WIF, and now we are going to study what is happening and how this platform works. This is called Dumpy.fun, and they want you to be able to dump any tokens that exist. So if you think that WIF is going down, you can bet on it to go down. The best way to understand how this system works is going to be by studying what's happening on chain. We can see that what I just did was 4 transactions. But let's first study something. By the way, welcome on Handsome Finance, where we study what's happening on chain because the blockchain is an open ledger. So we can see all the transactions, who made money, who lost money, followed that money, and make even more money. And we can see that a lot of people are starting to short, to bet on the coins to go down. So we better study that because maybe we could profit massively from it. Don't forget to pour down your little matcha and let's get to it. Just a refresher. What is short selling? Short selling is when you borrow some stocks from a broker. For example, you buy 10 shares of ABC stocks and then you sell those 10 shares for $500 on the market. But the stock loses value. So then the short seller buys 10 shares again of that stock for $400 and then give it back to the broker and keep $100. To be a bit more tangible, let's take a real life example. I buy you this bottle of water for $1. Now I owe you 1 bottle of water. So I go to the shop and then they have a promotion. The bottle of water is now for only 80 cents. I come back, I give you back this bottle of water, and then I pocketed 20 cents. And that's how I made my fortune. Let's understand how Dumpy.fun works. So I can short WIF, and it's actually the only coin you can short now, but they're planning to add up a lot more, and I'm gonna show you how they can add those coins and which one will be chosen. Then I need to have some collateral, because if I'm planning that this is gonna go down, I need to have collateral. And then if the liquidation price is here, $9.84, then I have to be careful. But I can reduce my leverage, and then here I don't need to borrow that much. It will be with $88. What happened is when I place an order, Dump.fun is going to use Save.finance. And here a lot of people put their assets to gain interest in exchange. We can see the coins that you can put in it. We have WIF, WEN, SAMO, MEW, BONK, and then after that's it, I think, for MemeCoin for now. And the interest paid, the borrow and deposit APR, you see, the interest that we have on those coins is 27% and 8.53. So I can know actually in advance that the next coin they are going to add up is WEN, SAMO, MEW, and BONK. Why? Because we can see you get the points from Dumpy.fun. And to understand how it works, let's check the transaction that we just created by making our transaction. So let me open all of those. This transaction is not interesting. It's just a movement of Solana. Now this transaction is the one that is interesting. So we got Sol Lent main pool vault. We got the vault of lending. We got 10 WIF. And we swap those 10 WIF for 23 on Infinity Swap. So we get USDC. And then we transfer our USDC to the pool as well to be sure that we pay back. That's our collateral. If our trade goes south and then we are losing too much money that we can't pay back, then they will keep our USDC. We get a small amount that is transferred here probably as a fee. The third transaction is not interesting and that one is not either. So let's recap our transaction. We get the USDC as collateral that we send to Solend. Then Solend send us some WIF, and the user, us, we put the WIF to USDC via swap, and then the USDC went to Solend as additional collateral. So we do not have anything in our portfolio. I have the summary of the DeFi activity here where I swap some WIF for USDC. Those are previous transactions. Just the last one is the one that we just did now. However, don't worry, this is not the only token that you will be able to short on Dumpy.fun. They are actually doing a meme coin request where everyone can add them up. And we can see that our crypto people are not the smartest people because it's just like a package of different coins. I want all those coins. I want all the coins that have $1 million plus. How could they work on this? Like, oh yeah, this one is perfect. You just put every coin you ever thought of into one. It's like MemeCoin request. Ticker does not have a S. And then description, and that's it. But then crypto people just break everything. And before you try to leave this video, which I would not recommend, and go on Dumpy.fun, it's actually blocked now. You need an access code to be able to try it. I will put it in my Telegram. You get a link just below. Now let's understand a little bit how the leverage works, because this is something that is pretty dangerous, that have a lot of risk. If you are not used to trading, I recommend you to not use leverage. And you can see as I toggle this leverage, my collateral goes up and down. So you can understand that a leverage of 0.53 is a lot less riskier than a leverage of 0.1 like I just did. So if you are more comfortable with a long position, it means you bet that the price will go up. So you borrow. Again, you buy this bottle of water and you think, oh, the price is going to go up, so you can sell again those bottles of water somewhere else. A 2x long positions is equal a 0.x on shorts. 5x longs become 0.2 on shorts. 10x becomes 0.1, so that's the maximum we have. And 100x become 0.01. Now, how does it work with the collaterals? Well, a 0.x short, you put $100 as collateral and then you short $50 worth of the asset. 0.2, you get $100 of collateral and you short $20 worth of the assets. 0.1x short, then you put $100 collateral and you short $10 worth of the asset. This is exactly what we are talking about. If I want to short for $10 of WIF, then I need to have $100 as collateral. And if the price of WIF is going to almost $10, then I will get liquidated. That's why they require here 10x. And the collateral APR is 11.44%. That's quite high. The daily borrow rate is 0.07 and the price impact 0.04. So just you have to know, you need to pay interest on that. But if you're already a short seller, you know those information. If you're not already a short seller, starting by shorting meme coins may not be the brightest ideas you will have today. Unfortunately, I can see that WIF is going up since I placed my short trade. I am at a loss of 0.07. I'm not going to wait to go back in the green. I'm just going to close my order so you understand what happened. We had a position of 10 WIF, pretty much a collateral of 200. Entry price, it was 2.31, and then the current price is 2.32. So we made a loss, and let's close our short position. I validate my transaction. Here I go. You get the sell transaction. So we transfer our WIF from the pool to our address, and then from our address to back to the pool. Then we get the USDC, they burn some, that is the CUSDC. There is tons of transaction happening into one. And that's why this thing could only happen on Solana for now. I think Ethereum will be way too expensive to execute those kind of transactions. Of course, not all the meme coins are going to be able to be shorted, but I think when they will release squeeze.lol, if they release it, maybe it will change. I have to say so far, Dumpy.fun, you gotta stop doing AI graphics because it's terrible. I hope you hire someone who is good at memes, because this thing I think is going to be really funny. And maybe that will give the opportunity for more people to put their assets to work if they want to hold a token for ages. For example, if you want to put your Retardio, that is a token that just never dies and then come back up, then why not gaining interest on it? Let people short it because they don't understand the culture. And then on top of that, you deposit your Billy to gain interest, because some people do not understand that this is the Mona Lisa of our century. And on the other hand, you start to short their other tokens. Well, you will be ready for it. Now, if you want to know more about what's happening on chain and finding those trades, I have a private community where I teach everything, and we have a lot of developers experienced traders that can help you with this. It's the Investors Boardroom. I will put a link below. But more important than that, if you want to understand this, you need to understand as well what are the tools and how does it works on the blockchain. And this is what I explained in this video. Also, don't forget one thing, you need to pay me back 1 bottle of water, but more important than that, stay handsome. Ciao.